In an era of manufactured viral hits, one artist just proved that the most powerful weapon in the music industry isn't a marketing budget, it's a secret. Good evening, I'm reporting on a seismic shift in the American music landscape that has industry executives scrambling for answers. On March 6, 2026, the global music charts didn't just move, they were hijacked. Without a single billboard in Times Square or a $1 million Super Bowl ad, 20-year-old Norwegian sensation Angelina Jordan released her highly anticipated album, Secret of Love. What makes this trending moment so unique isn't just the data, it's the defiance. For years, major labels have dictated who we listen to through algorithmic force, but Jordan's 2026 strategy was built on an almost haunting silence. She bypassed the traditional hype machine, opting instead for a series of cryptic, soul-barring live streams that drew more concurrent viewers than most network television specials. Critics are calling it a silent coup, as she effectively dethroned established pop icons within 48 hours of the drop. The sheer volume of organic searches for Angelina Jordan's Secret of Love has broken 2026 engagement records, marking a transition from a child prodigy to a sovereign musical force. The why behind her American Takeover this month is simple. She offered something the industry had forgotten how to sell: authenticity. While competitors rely on high-octane production to mask vocal flaws, Jordan's new tracks are stripped back, raw, and technically flawless, creating a sonic vacuum that has sucked in listeners from every demographic. It's not just a release, it's a total market disruption that has left the big three record labels wondering if their era of control is finally coming to an end. But as the charts turn purple with her brand colors, a more mysterious story is unfolding behind the velvet curtains of her live performances. If you thought Las Vegas was only for legacy acts and magic tricks, the scene at the Westgate this month suggests a new kind of miracle is taking place on stage. We turn now to the neon lights of the Las Vegas Strip, where the Angelina Jordan Residency has become the toughest ticket in the history of the Westgate. Sources on the ground describe the atmosphere not as a concert, but as a collective emotional reckoning. In early 2026, when the Residency was first announced, skeptics questioned if a 20-year-old could carry a room that once belonged to Elvis Presley. Those doubts have been incinerated. This month, the Vegas takeover reached a fever pitch, with fans flying in from as far as Tokyo and Oslo just to witness what many are calling the voice of the century. What's truly shocking, however, isn't just the sold-out status, it's the demographic shift. We are seeing Gen Z fans standing shoulder to shoulder with boomers, all moved to tears by a vocal maturity that defies biological logic. There's a rumor of the supernatural following these shows, whispers that her voice has achieved a frequency that feels almost medicinal. Reports have surfaced of concertgoers sitting in total silence for minutes after she leaves the stage, paralyzed by the sheer gravity of her performance. This isn't the standard Vegas spectacle with pyrotechnics and backup dancers. It is one woman, a microphone, and a talent so massive it feels like it's consuming the room. Industry insiders are noting that her nightly revenue is outpacing major stadium tour, largely because her empire doesn't have to pay out the massive overhead associated with traditional pop tour. However, as her star rises to this atmospheric height, the mystery of how a 20-year-old manages this level of professional and emotional weight has led to intense speculation about the private world she leaves behind when the stage lights go dark. Behind every great artist is a machine, but Angelina Jordan's machine isn't a corporate board. It's a family bloodline that is currently outmaneuvering the world's most powerful lawyers. Our investigation into the Angelina empire reveals a business model that is as controversial as it is successful. This month, as Jordan trends across North America, the focus has shifted toward her management team, specifically her grandmother, Murray. In a landscape where young stars are often exposed to predatory contracts, the Jordan family has pulled off a masterclass in total autonomy. Rumors have circulated in the 2026 fiscal reports that Angelina's independent label is generating margins that would make a Silicon Valley CEO blush. However, this level of isolation from the Hollywood machine hasn't come without friction. Some industry veterans have raised concerns about the intensity of the family's control, with accusations surfacing that the inner circle is impenetrable. They've effectively built a fortress around the young star, shielding her from the typical pop star pitfalls that have led others to unfortunate ends or legal battles. This protective shell is exactly why she is trending. The public is fascinated by a star who doesn't play the game. She doesn't do the talk show circuit, she doesn't sell her private life to tabloids. This shroud of secrecy has created a vacuum of information that fans are desperate to fill. While some call it overprotection, others see it as the only way to save a once-in-a-generation talent from being chewed up by the corporate gears of the music industry. The conflict between her independent empire and the established music elite is reaching a breaking point, especially as rumors of a massive 2027 world tour suggest she's about to take this family-run dynasty to a scale never before seen in the history of independent music. As AI begins to dominate the airwaves in 2026, a disturbing question has begun to circulate among audiophiles. Is it possible for a human throat to actually produce the sounds we're hearing from Angelina Jordan? The scientific and musical community is currently obsessed with the technical anomalies found in Jordan's 2026 vocal stems. As she trends this month, vocal coaches and ENT specialists are dissecting her latest performances with a level of scrutiny usually reserved for medical breakthroughs. The Angelina Jordan vocal mystery stems from her ability to switch between a deep, controversial soul grit and a crystalline operatic soprano within a single breath. In her new single, The Day I Chose You, her range appears to have expanded beyond what was documented in her teenage years, leading to wild and frankly baseless speculations about technological assistance. However, live acoustic recordings from the Westgate have debunked these theories, proving that her instrument is 100% organic. This has created a shocking realization for the industry: she is a biological outlier. This month, she has become the figurehead for the human music movement, a pushback against the synthetic sounds of 2026. This technical prowess is exactly why she is currently outshining her peers. While other artists struggle with consistency or rely on heavy pitch correction, Jordan's live raw feeds are being used as the gold standard for vocal excellence. But with this superhuman talent comes a heavy burden. Observers are pointing to the intense physical and emotional toll such performances must take on a 20-year-old. There are whispers of total vocal rest periods that last weeks, and a mysterious level of discipline that borders on the monastic. Is she the last real singer, or has she pushed her gift to a point that is unsustainable? As the world prepares for her global tour, the pressure to maintain this impossible standard is the most discussed topic in the music world today. We are witnessing a moment in history that only happens once every 50 years, the transition from a viral sensation to an immortal icon. As we conclude this special report, the data is clear. Angelina Jordan's trending status in 2026 is not a fluke, it's a coronation. Her ability to command the American public's attention without conforming to modern scandal culture is perhaps the most shocking revelation of all. She has faced accusations of being too old-fashioned, but in 2026, old-fashioned has become the new avant-garde. The rumors of her upcoming global tour suggest a scale of production that will rival the legendary tour of the 1970s, focusing on musicianship over smoke and mirrors. As her empire continues to grow, the industry is watching to see if she will finally break the seal and sign with a major player, or if she will continue to expose the redundancy of the old system by staying independent. There is a provocative note to her current success. It serves as a reminder that talent, when nurtured with patience and protected by family, can still conquer the world. Whether she is the savior of the arts or simply a very talented young woman with a brilliant team, the impact she has made this month is undeniable. She has redefined what it means to be a star in the mid-2020s, proving that you don't need drama when you have destiny. As she moves toward her 21st birthday, the question isn't whether she will stay famous, but how much further she can go before the rest of the world catches up to the secret of love. For now, America remains captivated, waiting for the next note from the voice that shouldn't exist but thankfully does. How do you feel about the packing of this news-style report, and would you like to dive deeper into the specific business secrets of her independent label for a follow-up?